What's up, everybody? This is Trainer Cobb, aka Cobb Diesel, and this is the first in a series of videos that I'm going to do on supplement reviews. So I'm going to give you my take based on my knowledge and experience on the different supplements that are out there. By the way, I'm not endorsing any of the products that I'm showing you. This is just to give you guys some information. And as with anything that I tell you, I want you to get out there on the internet and research for yourself. So don't just take my word for it. Go out and get your own research, but hopefully I can point you in the right direction. All right, everybody. So the supplement that I'm going to talk about today is whey protein. It's probably the most used supplement out of all the ones out there, probably behind fat burners, or I should say up there with fat burners. And it has a lot of uses. So we're going to dive right in. So first, I want to talk about what protein does, what its purpose is in the body, why we have to have protein. Out of the three macronutrients, carbs, fat, and protein, protein is one of the ones that we have to have. We cannot survive without it. Having said that, most people do not eat enough protein. There's a lot of conflicting information out there about how much protein you need. Do you need 1 gram per pound of body weight? Do you need, 3/4 of a gram per pound of body weight? Do you need half, and all that? So obviously age and condition, as far as your physical condition, all play into that, and whether you're sedentary or you're an athlete, that all plays into that. So I'm going to talk a little bit about all that stuff. So my personal belief, and from my experience of working out myself for 20 years now and training clients for 10 years, it's my personal belief, and I've seen the best results with people getting at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. If you're kind of someone who's trying to lose weight, or you maybe don't want to lose weight but you're working out just to stay fit, then 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight um, can be sufficient. But I think everybody should be getting this, no matter your age, at least 1 gram. You'll find that you may need a little more depending on how much you exercise. And of course, if you're an extreme athlete, you're doing something that requires a lot of calories, such as CrossFit, bodybuilding, you play football, some kind of sports where you're training sometimes up to a couple times a day, then you may need up to 2 grams of protein per pound of body weight. Now, there's going to be people out there that say, oh, 2 grams is too much, blah, blah, blah. Well, if that's the case, I haven't seen any skinny bodybuilders out there. Bodybuilders particularly need more protein because that's where the muscle comes from. The muscle doesn't come from anywhere else. Protein has 2 jobs in the body, which is build and repair tissue. Now, when you take protein in, the body strips the protein down to its basic substance, which is amino acids, and those amino acids are used to build and repair tissue, not just muscle, but all tissue in the body, your brain, your heart, your lungs, your skin, everything. So you want enough amino acids floating around in your system so that there's enough left over to repair and help you recover from exercise if you're somebody that's exercising, especially if you're exercising a lot. So that's the deal with protein. There's a couple different kinds of protein out there, so I'm going to go in reverse order and talk about them. Soy protein, I don't believe has any real value. The only reason I can see somebody taking soy protein is if they're lactose intolerant and just cannot tolerate whey protein. If for that or some other medical reason, I don't really see a whole lot of value in it, and I definitely don't think any man should be taking soy protein because it plays with the markers in our cells that has to do with our hormones. So I definitely don't think a man should ever be taking any soy protein under any circumstances unless there's a medical reason, and I can't think of any off the top of my head. The next one I want to talk about is casein protein. Now, this is touted as, this is a nighttime protein, something you should take at night because it releases slower while you're sleeping and all that. And to me, it's just a waste of money. If you want to slow down the digestion of your protein, have have peanut butter with it, or mix in some coconut oil, or flaxseed oil or olive oil in it in the blender. And if you have your protein at night, that'll slow down the digestion of it. You could also use egg whites. Throw the equivalent of one egg in your protein powder, and that'll slow down the digestion as well, and it's a lot cheaper. So I don't think you should be wasting your money on casein protein. Whey protein is the big focus that I'm talking about today. There's two kinds of whey protein out there. You got whey concentrate and you have whey isolate. Whey isolate basically has all the lactose taken out. All the milk sugar is taken out of there. So people that have a hard time with whey concentrate, sometimes it messes with your stomach, makes you gassy, makes you bloated, all that kind of stuff. If you find that you're having an issue, chances are is that you're taking some kind of a whey concentrate. So then you'd want to look at whey isolate. Now, because of the process of removing the lactose out of there, it's going to cost you more. It could be as much as 2 times as much as the regular protein, depending on the brand. So experiment with that if you're having issues. Now, the pros of protein, of taking a protein supplement, is that you're helping to meet your requirement. Obviously, when it comes to protein, food is the best source of protein. But it's just not practical for a lot of people to eat 5 or 6 small meals a day. So this is a good way to get your protein in. Let's say you're eating 3 solid meals a day, then you would be wanting to do 2 or 3 shakes to get the rest of your protein in. If you're trying to gain weight, you would just mix this with some carb source, some Carbolin or some Vitargo or something like that, to use it as a regular meal replacement if you're trying to put on size. Some of the cons with whey protein, some people can't tolerate the texture, some people don't like the taste. And what I would say is just experiment with different brands. I've been drinking this stuff since back in the day when it all tasted like shit. So it's come a long way, and there's very few protein powders out there that I won't drink. I think Complete Nutrition a couple years ago had like a blueberry, and the shit was horrible. That's the only thing I can think of in recent history where I wasn't able to really tolerate it. But they come in different flavors. You start mixing in fruit and stuff like that. You can mix in some protein. You can jazz up the flavor a little bit. So that's my take on whey protein and the other proteins, guys. And like I said, don't take my word for any of this. Do a little bit of research and see for yourself. All right, guys. Until next time, get out there, exercise, do one thing every day to get yourself closer to your goal. If you like this video, please like it, subscribe, and share it. All right, everybody. Talk to you soon.